Man, it's been a while since I actually stood in front of this mic to make a video of me just talking, huh? How are you guys doing? I'm not doing great. That's kind of why I'm making this video.
It's not a game, it's a rich.
Look, I know this may be seen as biting the hand that may feed me before I even have a blown out platform that can protect me from anything that may be thrown my way, which may cost me a partnership deal in the future. I only speak about this because I'm a greedy bastard and I like money. I feel like anyone who says that they don't like the money that comes in from YouTube is lying or already incredibly rich. I started this channel with many aspirations, and one of them, even if it wasn't a big one, was for monetary gain. But I'm a long way from that, and I understand that wholly. Speaking about partnerships and money gained from this large company isn't some ploy to make you feel bad or pledge to my Patreon. I don't even have one that's openly accessible. This video was made to make a very calculated vent toward the company I wish to make money from, because I see many problems that this company refuses to fix or silence its creators about. And they won't see me because of how small I am. It's kind of a you have to be this tall to ride thing, but it's with subscribers, and you have to have at least 1 million to even tweet the ad of Team YouTube on Twitter. Well, at least if you want an actual human to respond after your millions of subscribers harass them to. I can't promise you that there will be another video like this made from me. I try not to be angry or upset about things on the YouTube sphere, because that shit trickles down into affecting my mood in real life. So I tend to stay back when it comes to topics about this stuff. You know, leave it to the professionals.
What is up, Drum Alert Nation? I'm your host,
Baba Booey.
But today, and all the days I spent scripting and editing this video, I look to vent my frustrations in a compilation of gripes I've had and seen throughout this shitty year, and open the eyes of the public. Let me stand on my soapbox and scream sweet nothings into your ears. Cause though I may be flagged or shadow banned from this platform, at least I was noticed by YouTube Senpai. Hello, fellow members of the apocalypse that has yet to come. Name Redacted here with another Not Venturian Tale video. But I feel that this can be a big one too. Because now, instead of taking shots at channels that are falling off, I'm going to skip right up to the very people that caused them to. The big YT themselves. Led by local dictator Susan Wood. You know what? I'm just gonna pull a Diesel Patches and call her Wabbajack. This lady, this woman who was given this job for having a damn garage, gave this website life and the power to prosper after Google bought it out. She's the core of this website's rise, and a disguised downfall for its creators. If you're ill-informed on the topics I'll be talking about, I'll be putting links to videos on the topics I speak of in the description, from people who can give you more insight. With that out of the way, the gauntlet has been thrown into the ring. Pray for me. War changes. Alright, I'll stop.
Alright, so here we are in front of the elephants.
This is the first video that was ever posted onto the then new platform. Back in the good old days of 2005. A year before I was born. Good times. What if I told you that this video is connected to a safe space for child predators, domestic animal killers, and anything else that could make this sound even worse? Well, it's not really connected to any of that. The person who made it just wanted to show the world a video of him at the zoo. But gotta keep you on your toes. But jokes aside for a bit, YouTube has really molded themselves throughout the years, changing many things that I, along with the many creators, didn't think was a problem, creating many more. And that brings me to the first topic I want to talk about. YouTube lives on its 4 R's. Ravishing, respectful, raving, rabbits. Oh, never mind. I guess it actually means remove content that violates our policies, reduce the spread of harmful misinformation and borderline material. I guess I know where my video is going to be placed. Raise up authoritative sources for news and information, and reward trusted creators. To be frank, I really wonder if one of those R's mean rubble, because with these 4 R's, they created a wasteland for the platform's current creators. Demonetizations everywhere. The terrible copyright system that can be exploited by any major company or petty creator without a say from the other creators. And the worst of all, the removal of videos that may have bullying. Listen, bullying is a terrible thing. I hate bullies, and I'm sure you do too. Unless you are one, then fuck you. Bullying is also a broad term. Literally anything can be seen as bullying if you're thin-skinned enough. Take iDubbbz's content cop on Leafy or Gokinaro's video vigilante on H3H3 for example. YouTube has taken down both of these videos. Gokinaro's video vigilante was taken down multiple times now and only lives through third-party websites and re-uploads. These videos that criticize creators that were held on such a high pedestal, with hours and hours of work put into them, gone in seconds. Because of what? Ethan and Leafy aren't saints. Leafy for sure isn't. They have faults. And taking down these videos because iDubbbz made fun of Leafy's non-existent chin and Gokinaro made fun of YouTube's golden podcast boy doesn't give them the right to take down very valid criticisms. But it's their company and nothing I can say can change that. As for Leafy getting his channel terminated, though it may be really old news, I think that it's pretty much valid but also equally bullshit if you get what I'm saying. Don't get me wrong, Leafy's an ass and he makes that very known in his videos. But the videos on Pokimane should have just been taken down or given a collective strike. Maybe 2 if you really want to give him a warning. But, you know, fuck him I guess. Just take his entire channel down. I'll just roll my eyes to that one. Same thing goes for his Twitch channel too. YouTube's obsession with making this website a safe space is failing because no one, I don't even think they care about making this a safe space. Hell, half of the team at YouTube headquarters don't even understand the guidelines. Neither do the creators. We're in a constant loop of us telling them they made a mistake, then they fight back and say they didn't, then we make a video, then they stand their ground, then they get harassed and attacked by fans, then they come crawling back on their hands and knees asking for forgiveness and Team YouTube. Susan, how many times can you hurt us and expect us to forgive you? YouTube doesn't care about making this a safe space. They act like they do, but they really don't. They only care about the mainstream stuff that can get the media on their ass and make advertisers drop out. But that underlying stuff that isn't big enough to be news, like the many predators and animal killers that are on this site, they pretend like they don't see it. But trust me, I'll get into that later. It's such a terrible thing to see because YouTube used to be a platform for people to be themselves, but now one curse word can put into question if you're going to be able to pay next month's bill. But I refuse to censor myself. Not yet. My pursuit of laziness prohibits me from doing any more editing than is needed, and I would contact H3 or even No Man before I put in that work. You can mark my words. Also, I don't see the need to make YouTube kid-friendly since they have an app for that. YouTube Kids, which literally has kids in the name. But I'll drop that. I just don't see the point of having creators make videos that are both not too kid-friendly because Kappa will be on their ass, and not too mature because one curse word, again, can equal no money. It's just very stupid. But they don't care about that, do they? Do they? YouTube used to care about its creators that made their platform what it was. They rewarded them and let them do whatever they wanted, within the guidelines, of course. And in return, they brought in viewers and more attention to their product. Seems like a great deal, but YouTube saw the majority of its platform as sus and ejected it like it was an imposter. But then, they themselves realize they're the big imposter sus-boys. Obligatory mainstream joke. Hopefully this video comes out before Among Us dies. YouTube doesn't care about its creators. Obviously, almost anybody who has complained about YouTube knows this to be true. And it's honestly depressing for this to be a very well-known and widely accepted thing. YouTube became a corporate shell. It's the main thing I call them, but it's very true. They only care about things if it affects their profit, like most companies. One modern thing that proved this very, very well-known problem is to deal with moist critical and #AnswerUsYouTube. If you live under a rock and you somehow don't know what I'm talking about, then let me give you the rundown. YouTuber Critical, the moist boy himself, posted a video of him reacting to a fake road rage video, where mascots dressed up as SpongeBob, Mickey Mouse, Scrat from Ice Age, and an off-brand Sandy Cheeks beats up a man in a fit of combined fury. YouTube took down the video and striked him, claiming it to be a video showing violence and assault, even though the video is fake. The mascots are very obviously pulling their punches, and it's fucking stupid. That shouldn't even be on their radar. There's so much more that should be. Charlie went to them privately and realized that the heads of the department at YouTube he went to couldn't even get into contact with the department that specialized in the field. You heard me right. People that are the heads of parts of this company can't even get in contact with other departments. They kept on sending him the rules regarding shocking content response. Since there was no conversation or viable proof that a real person even looked at the video, he took it into his own hands and tweeted at Team YouTube. Charlie then whipped his dick out and slammed it on YouTube's table, making the video, "I'm mad," predicting what YouTube's response was going to be before they even did it. Spoiler, he was right. He also created the #AnswerUsYouTube to get trending on Twitter. Spoiler, it did. And I guess you're wondering what happened. Spoiler, they fought back. Charlie then pointed out their hypocrisy by showing that the wholesome one, Markiplier, reacted to the same video in one of his Try Not to Laugh videos, specifically the second one, saying that if he gets a strike, then Mark should have to get one too. People were saying that Charlie was a snitch, but I think the point of it was saying that it was an obvious, stupid decision and they should just reverse it. I don't think Charlie thought that YouTube would even think about striking Mark. I don't even think Mark did either, because like the Chad he is, he stepped up and asked YouTube where his strike was. Fair is fair, he said. I'm sure they didn't actually. Why? Whoever the fuck runs this, whoever the fuck did that, should be fired. I'm not fucking. Less than a day of Team YouTube getting harassed by #AnswerUsYouTube, and Mark making video himself, they apologized, reinstated the videos, and took away the strikes. Critical and Mark rejoiced and were happy, going back to living their best lives. Because this, my friends, was a win. Except it's not, because videos were still being taken down for no reason. But it's a small win. And these days, we need to celebrate what we can. Man, this year is really that bad, huh? 2 tweets I made responding to Charlie's tweets saying that they took off the strikes gives my 2 cents perfectly. Great to know we have to hold a gun to your head to make you open your ears for 1 second. I just hope that the people who run YouTube understands that just cause they have the power to do this shit doesn't mean they should. This is a job for some people and it can all be snapped away without a second thought. While pedos and cat killers roam free. It's backwards AF. And if that grandma was thrown into a wall, would you do something about it? Genuine question. Yes, name! Go off! It's just as I said before though. Informing them about a mistake, the fight back, make a video, stand their ground, get harassed and attacked by fans, then they crawl back on their hands and knees asking for forgiveness. It's a step-by-step process to get creators to lose your already low trust. I, for one, want to trust YouTube to do the right thing and not be a douchebag to a creator for something as trivial as a mascot road rage video. But obviously, from their track record, I can't even trust them of that. Speaking of something stupid and trivial, it's true that a lot of things and people have biases. Parents have biases for their youngest child. Teachers have biases for their well-behaved students. I have a bias toward family channels on YouTube. I feel that they use their children to make money and they should be eradicated from this platform. But that's just me, not YouTube. Major companies shouldn't have biases when it's a platform like this, where popularity matters. We all know the big bias that YouTube has or had with the Paul brothers. Fuck, Logan filmed a dead body and laughed at it and got on trending. And I can't even get on recommended page if I say the P word.
You're a poopy head.
Won't somebody please think of the children?
Die.
I know I'm just digging up old news, but that bias towards creators is idiotic, dangerous for the platform, and just unfair for other creators that work just as or even harder than them. Speaking of the trending tab, let me read you off the first 10 videos on the trending tab as of September 22nd, the day I'm writing this part of the script. Dude Perfect bloopers, some video about the universe, makeup YouTuber, music, Destiny, Marvel trailer, more music, TikTok video, Mark Rober, NFL, and if you don't count the first music video, Ellen. This is actually better than usual, since it's usually filled with mainly music videos and talk show moments, and only half of those can't really make it for obvious reasons. The trending tab is a confusing thing though, because this video can get 1 million views in the first hour it's posted. Not really, just a hypothetical. And it won't even hit the trending tab. But well, I don't know, an Uber Eats ad will hit it with only 100,000 views in a day. It just doesn't make sense. And I get that this argument is redundant, because it's not actually about what's trending. It's about what videos will paint YouTube to be the family-friendly, PG, kitty bang bang shit that they want it to be, or what advertisers want to see. This tab has been talked to death about years ago, so this will probably be the shortest part of this video. But I think that in a video pointing out the flaws of YouTube, this is one big stink bomb. Totally not the big bomb I'm dropping on this shit! Speaking of shit, since I made a trend of segues in this video, let's talk about
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for.
pedophiles. Ah, yes. The main reason why I even made this video. The reason I decided I wanted to get off of my ass, write a script, edit it, and put out a video in a shorter notice than usual. And if you're not ready to hear the terrible things that will be said in this section, or you hate hearing people get angry, I suggest you'd leave. Because everything else wasn't even close to the shit I'm going to be talking about. This is the true vent. I'll wait. Okay, we ready to go? Then let's go. YouTube, what the absolute fuck are you doing with this website? Susan, I hope someone at YouTube headquarters sees this and hears this and shows it right to you, because I am sick and tired of seeing this. I already spoke about you banning Leafy, and I admit it, he had it coming. I don't even think that he's very surprised that it happened. I'm sure he was more surprised about how it happened. And look, I get that the site is gigantic. YouTube gets 300 plus hours of content posted every minute. You may not see all of the sick shit that's posted online, but when you're spouting off about how you want this website to be a safe space for creators and for their viewers, which are predominantly children, I would expect pedophiles to be the first priority, not some petty videos about a Twitch streamer. I have to say, micro-harassment isn't even close to the level of actual children being used for certain people's entertainment. And this isn't anything new. YouTube already had the whole scandal with the pedo rings in the comment section of videos containing children. They did something about that. And I would hope at least that was done out of actual fear for the children's safety and not because of the threat of losing advertisers. But you can't find an excuse for this. There are terrible people on the site, and we warn you. We make videos, hashtags, anything to get your attention, and you just push it away. The point of Banterous YouTube wasn't just about Charlie getting his video taken down. It was about Peluchin Entertainment and the many clone channels where the main content is the beating and mutilation of dogs and cats, all uncensored. Doing research for this video, I've seen too many dead animals. It made me sick to my stomach. And I swear to Christ, if this video gets age restricted for talking about it. There's been so many videos about it. Amanda the Jedi, Critical, Cecil McFly, Inform Overload, and many others amounting millions of views, and tweet after tweet after tweet being made to anyone that can take this off of the website. We're met with crickets. But Pokemon got called a 2 out of 10. We gotta ban Leafy. Your priorities are skewed. And it's fucked that not one person is on top of this. And it's not just Peluchin clones. There's stuff in the furry community also. Zoo Sadist. Look it up. If you can stomach it. Watch Archive the Wolf and Cecil McFly's videos on these creeps. I have to say, that's sad that a man that did all of that to his dog and was ousted of doing it and lying about it isn't in jail. Or at the very least, not planning to make a return on this website. You sick fuck. But animal abusers to the side, am I right, YouTube? Back to the predators that reside on this very website with millions of children followers. I'm going to exclude people that aren't 100% guilty of abusing their powers for their own sick kicks. I'm calling out 3. Onision, Mini Lad, and Cryotic. Onision, I grew up on YouTube knowing you were a piece of shit, so this doesn't surprise me. But Mini, Cry, I looked up to you. I followed your every word. I trusted you guys and I thought you were the good ones. I grew up watching and supporting you. And it turns out you're nothing like I thought you were. Hell, at least Cry had the balls to speak up about it on his channel. You know what? Mini Lad, I thought it was great that you admitted to doing the terrible things you did to Hallie, Sammy, Ash, and every other girl you messed with that are staying silent because of what your fetus fans are doing. But that's where my respect for you ends. Because you waited months to address it on your YouTube. And when you did it in the first 4 minutes of a Minecraft video. It doesn't take a genius to understand that that isn't a good idea. You can have a ping pong ball for a brain and realize that that's extremely insensitive and unfair to the victims. And in your newest apology video, I say that with big air quotes because it wasn't an apology, you spoke about them for 7 seconds before moving on to another topic in a 5-minute video, which was originally going to be 2.5 minutes long without even mentioning them if he didn't add on the 3 minutes at the end to talk about the new allegations. So listen, Minnie, Craig, fuck you. And anybody, I mean anybody, that has harassed the other girls, fuck you too. Mini Lad is a fucking pedophile, by definition, and he left to Northern Ireland to run away from his problems again. Depression is an excuse for pedophilia. And Onision, if you can sit here and tell me that you can ban Leafy is here for bullying and harassment, then you can ban Onision for a whole lot more. You can do it on the grounds of him insulting many of his exes multiple times, spanning over tens of videos. Or you can take his videos on Eugenia Cooney. Yes, I know she has her own stuff going on, but for how many videos has he done on her? Yes, I'm including the ones where he started acting like he cares, because I think everyone can see through his lies. And not to mention him grooming a minor, but we already know YouTube doesn't care about that. All of that is harassment, and more. But whatever I say, it won't be noticed by YouTube. So he will remain to have a platform, along with Craig and Cry. But Cry's not posting at least, so that's good. And all other people that have allegations put on them or are proven guilty, and the cat killers and the dog molesters. There's so much bad on this website that it's almost nonsensical to target people for critiquing others when there's so much more on the line. And I'm not saying that people shouldn't be taken off of YouTube because of bullying. I'm saying that YouTube needs to be open about this stuff, define the rules, inform creators so that they don't make those mistakes, and listen when they want their voices to be heard. Listen, so that people like that are taken off of this platform, so they don't endanger the very people you say you want to protect. I know that's a lot coming from a small channel, but I know that many creators face these struggles or hate what this website has become. Some of these creators are victims of this abuse of power, and they have to sit and watch as these people gain more fame, money, and prey. I also made this video because I care. Venturian Tale video opened my eyes to a lot of things. The biggest being the impact that we creators have on this platform. There are many people that said in the comments that my video made them want to cry because of the connection they had with these creators and that they didn't want to lose that. And the people that wanted to defend them, informing me about why they stopped growing, showed me that even though they did, they still have a fan base to stick by them. And that's why I don't want these terrible people on this platform, because they will have these people that will stick up for them no matter what. The fans of Venturian Tale are fine, but the Mini-Lad fans, they're attacking the victims for coming out. Peluchin's fans are copying what he's doing and posting them online for him to see. That's why we can't have people like this on the site. I've been thinking about it. Thinking about how I would feel if my little sister was one of these women that fell victim to these people. Then falling victim to the fans' wrath. It just angers me. Not only is this bad for advertisers and not family friendly in the slightest, it's dangerous for all ages.
Die.
This video took longer than it needed to be. Long enough for a lot of stuff to happen, a lot of good stuff to happen. Like the termination of LionMaker and Peluchin Entertainment. But I heard that he made another channel. I tried to check and I didn't see anything, only stuff that was like made a year ago, so I think it's some fake, but apparently they both got terminated, so a lot of stuff is happening and it's freaking great. I mean, this video, something I'm pretty happy with. It was something that I just wanted to vent off. I just wanted to vent about YouTube, and now YouTube's doing good while I'm halfway through it. It's good. But that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, give it a like. Subscribe. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I'm hoping to get it before the 1-year anniversary of my channel. And I mean, you can go and follow me on my Twitch channel and my Twitter, NameRedacted01. Twitter, Twitch is BigNameyBoi. And that's really it. Thank you guys for watching, for those who've made it this far. And that's it for me. This is NameRedacted, signing out.